growth therapy.
All right.
More.
Welcome back, bitches.
Okay, let's get into it. I just need a moment to just like
Center.
just because I've been doing a lot this whole week.
Let's take a deep breath in. Perfect.
Hold on. Okay.
Do you want to set an intention? I feel like you're really good at that.
I'm setting the intention that we sell 50 more tickets
By the time this is out,
by the time this is out.
well, by the time this is out, the show's over.
Yeah, show's over.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm
But the
setting
show's not over yet. We didn't have the live show yet.
Yeah.
Currently in this moment. It's
Yeah.
March 20th, 5:54 p.m.
Yeah, and
it's almost 5. I have an angel number.
And I am manifesting that we sell 50 more tickets for the live show prior to April 7th, 2020.
I want like 100 more tickets, but maybe I'm just a little delusional.
No, you know what? Be delusional. 100 more tickets, universe, please, that we sell for the live show on April 7th, 2023 in San Francisco, California.
See, there we go.
Stay tuned to
I
see
say
if we
let's
did.
set an intention that this recording reaches the people that it needs to. Those who need a little hope, like a couple laughs.
Yeah.
A lot of love.
A lot of
A
love.
distraction from your life.
And if you love
Smile.
to hear wheezing, we got you covered.
Coughing.
And congestion. And burps. Then you're at the right place.
You're in the right place.
You're here. Anyways, let's get into it.
Yes.
My sisters.
Also, I like your nails. I was going to say earlier.
Press-ons,
I love
bitch.
them.
Oh, really?
I just
Yeah.
did mine.
I need to redo mine.
Cute. It's so double teamed.
Actually,
Oh my God, it is. It's our purple. And you got
Did
pink.
you not even realize? Who are we?
Synchronization.
We're so on brand. It's so stupid. Okay.
And
Hi,
I
guys.
feel like now everything I buy is purple. Continue.
Literally. Hi, guys. It's me, Stefanie Maegan,
Your
your host of Broken Therapy. Guess the fuck what? It's your favorite motherfucking twins, Cami and motherfucking Niki, bitch.
Woo.
Yes, we're here. Hi.
We already know you. It's like we don't even need to do introductions at this point.
I don't know why that reminds me of a when I was watching the Formula One documentary on Netflix, and one of the writers he goes, my goal is to be able to walk into this room and not have to introduce myself or something like that.
Literally.
I was like, you're already a Formula One driver, like.
I
like,
just
don't
realized
have
what a Formula One driver was.
Oh,
Literally today.
the racing car.
Yeah. I didn't even know what that was.
They're all so hot.
I
Lewis
want to be like
Hamilton?
a B- celebrity, B-list, B-.
Yeah.
I want to be at like a Formula One driver level. Yeah. Formula One driver level. Yeah. Fame.
I just like want to be okay.
Or not fame.
You know?
I shouldn't say fame because like I don't want like that's not what I'm aiming for. I want to have an.
I just like
I want to have an
yeah.
impact. I want to have an
I
influence.
want to have an impact, and
Yeah.
I want
A
to
good
live
impact.
a comfortable,
A good- a
life.
positive
great,
impact.
a
A
positive,
positive
fucking
impact.
positive
and not
impact.
just any impact. 'Cause God forbid.
Guys, you gotta be specific.
You gotta
Yeah.
get specific with the
Yes.
universe. I want to have a positive impact.
I want an impact.
And then
You're
they're
like,
like,
well,
oh,
bitch.
I want to put
You got canceled.
positive impact. Let's change the world for the better. Let's help people,
Yeah.
find their confidence and open up,
Feel entertained. Feel safe.
feel safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just want to live a comfortable life. Sorry. I don't know why. Oh god, that burp. It was a good one.
Was it?
Okay, how about, yeah.
But
I
like-
always say my phrase is healthy, wealthy, and thriving.
Exactly. And I want to be recognized for the hard work
That we
and
do.
the good times that I give the people that consume my content.
Rock on.
That's it. Or a Grammy, even though I don't do music. But it's okay.
I wouldn't mind an Oscar, even though I don't.
You what?
We don't act.
I wouldn't mind an Oscar, even though
Wait,
I don't.
what are
act.
the Emmys for?
Like daytime or not daytime, just television, I think.
A
It's
production.
more-
Okay, so we could go for an
Yeah.
Emmy.
We could go for an Emmy.
Okay, let's do an Emmy.
Like
Okay, let's
production,
manifest an Emmy.
Okay.
Yeah. I would have to be
Manifesting.
on like TV though.
Loading.
Okay.
That's fine.
Let's go on Netflix.
Yeah.
If we go on Netflix,
Does that count for an
maybe.
Emmy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
have like House of the Dragons and shit on there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Oh, let's do it.
Oh my god,
Okay.
what are we gonna wear?
I know, we're already like planning it out. It was like, bitch, you
We
like,
need a
You know, I
stylist.
did have a shrooms trip where I did see a vision of me walking on a red carpet.
Aw,
So-
I love that for you.
Apparently, I was at home chilling with my partners during this. I was like,
Nikki,
okay.
I remember in the vision, like, I was on the red carpet. I was actually wearing a red dress. I had bangs.
Where was your, how do you have this vision? Are you closing your eyes and just meditating and just?
I was on shrooms.
Yeah, I was
but like, because when I am on shrooms, I see shit, but I don't see visions. Except I did,
It was a guided, it was like a guided ceremony.
Okay,
so it was like a whole thing. But
I
like, I
see.
saw me on the red carpet with one of my partners, actually. He was there with me.
Which one?
No, the one that was at the live show.
Oh, really?
The one you called out?
I could see that.
The one in the back with the glasses.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yeah, so the guy that was at the live show, he was actually in this vision, but I was on the red carpet and he was with me. And I remember.
Sorry, causing drama for you.
I have a funny story about that. And I remember, I remember thinking while I was on the red carpet, I was like, "Oh, Nikki's at home with her 2 partners," and that was it.
Love that too.
What
What?
is he the one? It was so funny because the other day we were like at dinner and I forgot what I said to him, but I was like, I think we're like meant to be in like some sort of way, like, and I meant to be in like, I think we're gonna be in each other's lives for a very long time.
Right.
And he was like, let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Oh my god!
And I was like, I forgot he's an air sign. You know, I gotta calm down. But it was
right. You
hilarious.
like slow it down for him.
Yeah.
It's like that tweet, you know what they say. Well, I said, you know what they say about cats?
Babies
and Geminis. You gotta let them come to you. But really,
Literally.
it's all air signs.
You gotta let them
Air
come
signs
to
gotta
you.
come to you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say this. I'm literally the person, like, I make the first move.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. It's an Aquarius. It's your
Yeah.
Aries rising.
Yeah, like I don't.
That's
really,
very Aries rising.
Like I don't really like.
Oh,
when
you're an
they-
Aries moon too.
Yeah.
No, I'm Aries. Yeah, Aries rising and moon. Sorry.
I was like, wait, no, I know you're an Aries moon.
Like no.
Wait, I'm not an Aries moon.
But no, but like when
there's
I was
more.
single, like I don't like when guys would chase after me.
That's very Aquarius of you.
I like to like choose. Like
Okay.
I like it when they leave me alone and give me space and like let me like have a delusional idea of what our relationship is, but not actually show it to me. It was really stupid.
No, I think that's definitely a combo of Aries and Aquarius in your top 3. I can see that.
And there was an issue with me and Brian because he's a Cancer, where it's just like he's like instant. So like I kind of like broke up with him when we first started dating because he was like moving too fast, and I just like told him, I was like, I just need a moment, like just like one thing at a time, and he like. Thankfully, this is what made me like really fall in love with him. Was like he listened and like moved accordingly.
Aww.
But like initially at first he was like just wanting to
what
like
a guy for listening.
wanted to like get married off the bat. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny? I was actually looking at your chart the other day and I realized
I love that. Thank you.
well, and I realized that you have not only your Neptune, your and Uranus conjunct your midheaven like Camilla and I do, but you also have your those are great placements to have conjunct your midheaven, just FYI. But you also, it basically, like, usually when in midheaven in the 10th house, like, it just means, like, you'll have a very interesting career. Neptune is the planet of, like, well, Uranus is the planet of volatility and, like, change, and, like, it likes to shake things up, and then Neptune is, like, dreamy, delusional. But it's like beautiful. Anyways,
yeah, I
so,
feel like that's me.
Yeah, but you also have Mercury and Juno conjunct your midheaven. So Mercury is like the sign of, or the planet of communication, technology, like community, like small community.
So I'm like good at community and technology and communication.
Well, the way that I looked at all of it was it's also conjunct your Juno, which is like the marriage asteroid. And you met Brian through the pod. And so like the pod would be like Mercury and like it's conjunct your midheaven, which is your legacy. And then there's Juno, which would be Brian. So I looked at that and I was like,
that's cute. I love that you just randomly decided to look through my chart.
I forgot there was something I was looking for.
That's how
it's very like on brand for you.
she'll just like randomly study charts, and that's what she told me. She's like just study charts every day, look at different aspects and stuff. So I've been studying.
Yeah, here it is.
That.
So your Juno is at 3 degrees in Capricorn, and then your Mercury is at 9 degrees Capricorn, and they're conjunct your midheaven, which is at 10 degrees of Capricorn. Yeah.
Love that for me.
And then, but it's all the way conjunct through your Uranus. It's just past your Neptune, which isn't that bad. And you also have your North Node in Capricorn. It's not quite conjunct, but You got a lot in Capricorn.
I have a lot in Capricorn.
Yeah.
CEO energy.
CEO energy, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Boss ass bitch. Even though I feel like a lot of people don't like Capricorns. They're kind of rude.
I don't like to date them. I love them.
I'll leave
Friends
every
and
day in
business
Capricorn.
partners, fuck yeah. But dating,
I used to have a partner that was, it was like a friends with benefits. We still see each other at sex parties all the time, but he's a Capricorn and his dick is massive.
I don't think I've ever dated a Capricorn. Sorry.
No, you're fine. But we never dated. We just like hooked up. But
Or fucked. I don't know that I know of.
I don't know. People are always like, there's no such thing. Or like, they're like, everyone wants a big dick. I'm like, his was so big that like you have to like mentally, emotionally, spiritually like prepare for this.
How big was the dick?
Beep that out, please.
Oh my God. Okay, I will. Beep.
Yeah.
Continue.
beep, beep, beep,
No, but it was
beep,
like,
beep.
yeah. Anyways, it just reminded me of when people are always like, everyone wants a big dick, and I'm like, sometimes
Sometimes it's too big.
too big is just like
We like boyfriend size here.
I did go to Vegas with, and we had sex 2 days in a row.
Yeah, how was Vegas with
Oh, so it was an experience.
what happened?
We can talk about this. Yeah, let's go into it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll start by saying this. I got super pissed at Nikki because Sunday she was supposed to come home.
can we not
early.
bring that up? No, flamingo.
Wait,
Flamingo.
Why were you pissed?
Flamingo.
Oh,
Flamingo.
Okay, flamingo.
Anyways,
Oh, a light went off.
a light went off.
Is that light off or on next to you?
It's still on.
What?
It's on.
Something
Everything looks normal
flickered.
to me.
I swear to God, replay the footage. It's something fucking flickered.
Something flickered. Maybe there was
Now
like
you
Calvin.
scared me, girl. I have my eyes closed. I didn't see shit.
Well, it's because I'm facing this way and I see the light behind you.
Oh, I see. I don't know.
So something flickered behind
No,
y'all.
the other day-
Maybe it just flickered.
The other day we were driving somewhere and all the lights like in the area flickered and I was like, the aliens are coming. I was like,
That's where your mind went. Not like there's an electrical issue. It's
Right,
like
it's like
the
the
aliens are
aliens.
coming.
thing was like, we're not. Okay, anyways, keep
Okay,
going.
go back to before flamingo.
Okay, so we always talk and preach about feminine health, which is extremely important. But how about guys? Like, anyone who owns a penis should take care of their situation just as much as we need to take care of our vaginas. Like, have you guys ever had a moment where you go down on a guy and it just kind of stinks, honestly, and then you get like hair stuck in your mouth and you're like, why didn't he groom? They expect us to groom. Why didn't you groom? Thank God for Manscaped products because they are doing the Lord's work. Honestly, they are helping us out to make sure that we don't have stinky penises and hairy balls in our mouth. Manscaped has several products. They have the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker for their ear and nose, a crop preserver ball deodorant, thank God, so it doesn't smell when we go down on him, a crop reviver toner, and they have boxers, plus a travel bag to hold all of these goodies. If you own a penis, please get Manscaped products to save your life. If not, and you want to gift someone with a penis with Manscaped products, please go ahead and save their lives. If you want to support Brocotherapy and Manscaped, get 20% off and free shipping with the code BROKEGIRL at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code BROKEGIRL. Unlock his confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
Yeah.
You were
So,
mad.
Wait, what were you going to say about Vegas besides what you were going to say about Vegas that I flamingoed? What were you going to say?
Nothing.
That was it? Okay. Anyways, so let me
So
continue.
wait, why she did come home at a certain time? Sorry. Okay,
No.
sorry. Here we go.
Okay.
She said flamingo.
Okay.
I love that Steph knows our safe word.
So every time you guys fight, I'll say flamingo for you guys. I'm like, flamingo.
One time during an argument, you said that, and I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah,
We'll
I was
all
like,
be on the
flamingo.
phone call, like planning the live show, and Nicole and I start fighting, and Steph is like flamingo, and we're like, "We're done here."
The last time we had a meeting over FaceTime was hilarious. I was like laughing to Brian about it because like, what were you guys fighting about? Oh my God.
I don't remember.
Oh,
we're
but
always fighting about something.
It was just like, I think I didn't think it just because we were doing a flyer.
Oh, yeah.
And me and Cami worked on this flyer. Okay, we were very proud of it.
We were like, it's done.
It's done.
Comes to
Just
see
come
it. Fuck no.
She was like,
I did not say fuck no.
I don't like the boxes.
No,
it's
it
too
doesn't
many
look
words. No one's gonna read this. And you were so aggressive.
I wasn't trying to be
And I'm like,
aggressive.
okay, right. It was like, all right, taking notes. And then silence. We're working on it, and I just hear, I'm really sorry for my attitude earlier. Like, I didn't know that I understood I came off as really aggressive.
I said I apologize for coming off as combative.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't trying to be combative. It's just, and I'm not saying it's, my Aries rising. It's just, I was presenting my ideas and without realizing that perhaps they were presented in a rather combative, confrontational way.
I mean, we were just like, well, I'm just sitting there like, okay. And then you were
Like
fine.
shit. I was like, Steph just worked on this and Nicole hates it. And I'm like the middleman.
But then it's just funny because I don't mind, but it's just Cami, you're fighting back. You're just like, what the fuck? You're like, what do you want? Like, so it was just like flamingo. Like, it's fine, I can fix it. I get it. I hear what you're saying, Nikki. I hear what you're saying.
I'm trying to be more cognizant of my tone.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, you're funny. You're like, you're taking notes, you're making changes. You're like,
Yeah, I'm
okay,
like,
and I'm over here like, why?
And some of her notes, like, I agreed. I was like, okay, you're right. If you see it that way, then like, let's change it.
No.
But then you're like, what the fuck? We just worked on this, Nicole. So it was really
Sorry,
funny.
guys. It was
I know it's like not healthy for your relationship to fight like that, but like I thoroughly enjoy seeing it sometimes. But sometimes I feel bad because I'm like, okay, I can't like this because it's not like good for
it's
them.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
And Brian said he's like, if they really tapped into that for the show, I think it would like really boost up. Like,
Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
we were
Anytime we fight on the pod, people love it.
Yes.
People love it. That's why, like, now when we fight on the pod, I don't edit it out anymore.
Yeah. The other day I was like reading something. Nicole was like, just keep reading, Camilla. And I listened back to it and I'm like, anyone who's new to our show is going to be like, what the fuck is going on?
hate each other.
And then like even like some of the clips, like when you have an attitude, Nicole.
Oh, yeah,
Nikki,
I know.
Oh my god, it's like
What
so
can I say?
scary. But I'm like, it's so funny at the same time.
I'm not a bitch to mess with.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I'm just
like-
going to let everyone know.
Okay,
Yes.
sit down.
But then like the way that you like she gives you attitude, you don't take shit either. It's just like
No,
so
Camilla,
funny.
yeah, she's done taking my attitude. 29 years of my attitude, she's like, fuck you.
It's so funny.
Where everyone else is like, yeah, I'll just be nice. You know?
Meanwhile,
She's
sitting there like,
Steph's like, I'm just going to change this. And I'm like, why?
You're right.
Why? Are
You're
you
like,
sure?
what the fuck? We already did this. It's done. The boxes. Like, what do you mean? But
I
it
mean,
ended up being better, right? The flyer ended up being
I
better
agree,
because
1,000%
of
better.
They
collaborative
loved
work.
it. They loved
They
it.
loved it,
Thanks
yeah.
for the tips.
I love that Brian said we should tap into it. I'm not kidding when I say, like, people love it when we
It's
see
so
it.
good.
I don't get it. We did have one person on YouTube though. They're like, I can sense the hatred from here. and it was a clip of Nicole and I like talking nicely to each other. And I'm like, what?
You guys are being actually nice to each other.
Like, wait a minute.
The hatred? Okay.
Anyways, okay, so tell us about
Yeah, tell us
and
to
Vegas.
There was something else I was going to mention before. Now I forgot.
where'd you guys stay?
Okay.
Set up the
Okay, so
set up the
set the
story.
mood.
Okay,
Set the
so
mood.
much to my surprise, text me one day and he was like, "Hey, I'm going to Vegas for work." And then John Summit, which is like a DJ he really loves, who I also fucking love. Shout out John Summit. Anyways, he was gonna be playing that Saturday night, so he was like, "Why don't you come and we'll go watch that show together?" Whatever. I was like, "Yeah, sure." So we planned it. And I say much to my surprise because, like, I think this is the first time he's ever invited me to anything.
Yeah, I was like, have you guys like done trips together? Or, like,
We've done trips together, but usually, like, it's
The
me.
group.
No, I'm trying to think what trips we've done together. We did Beyond Wonderland, which is a rave. I initiated. Escape. We did Escape. I had invited him to that. Trying trying to think. There were a couple other things. Usually I'm the one like initiating. So I was like,
Right.
okay. Anyways, but I also know not to read too much into it because like he's a Gemini, you know. Yeah. So anyways, and we went the first night. I met a bunch of his coworkers because they were all there for work. They had like a conference, and so like there were a bunch of like. Anyways, we went. We had a lot of fun. Like all the doctors got a table that night, and which was an experience. I had
like just partying with the healthcare system.
They ball out. Okay,
Yeah,
they ball out.
like they got money.
they ball
really
out. We got a
do.
table and everything. It was nice.
They have money.
But it was just funny because it's literally like 8 dudes and me. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm the only girl there. Then they're all like married or engaged or whatever. Like I remember one of them, I saw his wife on her on his phone, and she's fucking gorgeous. I was like, what?
You're like,
No,
can I
is she
sleep with
doing-
the both of them?
No,
You're
no,
like,
I'm kidding. He was a very handsome guy, but like she was like stunning. Anyways, so we get a table. We're at the table. I will say this. At one point, I was like just dancing on my own, and you know me, like I'll dance to whatever, and I'm just like constantly moving. Like that's me at a club setting or a rave,
It's
or
like
whatever.
Mercury
Like
through the
I
signs.
cannot sit down. And I remember one of them came up to me, and he was like, "You're bringing the energy that this table needs." Because I look at the table next to us, and it's like a bunch of dudes, and they're all doing nothing. I'm like, y'all got a table at a Friday night on a club in Vegas, and like none of you look like you're alive. Granted, they were all a little bit older, but still, they only looked like they were in their 40s. Like, perk up. Anyways,
get some cocaine.
get some coke. Yeah, you're gonna be fine.
Get some bitches.
Get some coke and bitches.
Right, like come on.
and blow.
Bitches and blow.
Bitches and blow.
Is that the name of their
Bitches and blow.
Honestly, I want to be invited to a bachelor party so I could participate in hookers and blow.
Love being a part of a bachelor party. I was a part of my brother. Well, now they're divorced, but I was a part of his
That's okay.
bachelor party, and it was
The bachelor
so
party
much
still
fun.
happened.
I love a strip club.
Yeah, low key, I'm upset that I wasn't invited to my husband's. You know, but that's beside
Yeah,
the
that's
point.
good.
Anyways, so I'm glad that like I provided the energy for the group. Love that. I remember at one point, like I was wearing like
Kirka on you.
no, I didn't. Sadly, no. But I was wearing like it was like a see-through dress, and underneath it, I had like these like high-waisted thong panties and like a bandeau top that were matching, and they were like
Very
nude.
like Maddie Euphoria.
Yeah. It was super cute.
Yeah.
I love the look. I did
getting coverage.
yeah, but like my ass was still out, and like I remember I caught like checking out my ass, and then when he caught me looking at him, he like there's this like thing where he was like, yeah,
We gonna fuck later. Yeah.
and I loved it, and that was like super great. But the funniest thing was, so we were at the club until they like lights on everything, and I remember at one point because we were at one of the tables upstairs, and so it was like 2-3 in the morning, and they were like, we're closing down this section, but like y'all can go have this table by the DJ booth. So they gave us a table by the DJ booth, and while they were cleaning up that area above, and so I was like literally just like all of them were sitting down at this point, like there was zero energy in the group.
Wasn't
Because
music
it was
still
3
bumping?
because it was 3 in the morning. Music was still going. There were like a couple people left on the dance floor, and it was just me, like right next to the DJ booth, just like dancing it out.
Did you do drugs? You just quit your job today, bitch. You could say it. Just kidding. Beep. Okay, continue. Okay.
Anyways, so here I am moving along, and I just
Sounds
remember
like a Bali trip.
the entire night, like all of these like doctors kept coming up to me, and they're like, so like he's really great. I'm like, yeah, he is. I felt bad because at one point one of them was like, yeah, we all really like. I'm like, yeah, he's cool. He was like, that sounded so like nonchalant.
Like, you don't
nonchalant.
like
He was
him.
like, do you not like him? I'm like, no, like love him. We've been, fucking for 2 years. I didn't say that. I was like, no, we've been friends for 2 years. And that was another thing too. They were like, where did y'all meet? And I was like, and before we went, he was like, don't tell them we met on Bubble. So I'm like, we met at a bar in LA, and they were all like, how cool to like meet someone that you have like this great of a friendship
Connection,
with.
yeah.
I think they were all trying to hint at like, why the fuck are y'all not together?
Right.
And anyways, and I remember when I told him, he was like, yeah, I got a bunch of questions too. And he was like, I told him a little bit about like, your lifestyle and blah, blah, blah. And that's like why we're not dating. And I was like, okay, whatever. Anyways, so my favorite part of the night was, however, after the club, we all went to the strip club.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And first of all, these girls,
Especially with
hot.
doctors, because they're going to be spending money and they're hot. Okay,
Oh
perfect.
my God.
$1 for you.
What I want to know is why everyone got a lap dance except...
You got a lap dance?
No, I didn't get one actually.
But
I
all the
was-
guys got a lap dance, but
Yeah, but he didn't get one. And I know, like, I was there, but I'm like, we're also, like, he was
open.
on...
Like,
You
it's-
could get
you're
a lap
not-
dance together. You sit on his lap
That's what
while
I
you both
say.
get a lap dance. Ooh,
I hadn't thought of that.
that's an idea. Can you do
There's
that?
an idea. Yeah.
I've done a couple lap dance. Like, I went with the guy.
Okay.
And we had a stripper, like, do a dance, and it was, like, the three of us, like, in
Love
a
that.
private room.
Oh, why didn't we do that?
And she, like...
And there were girls, like, hitting, like,
and
constantly,
she was,
like...
it was fun, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and he definitely had the opportunity because girls like kept coming up to him and were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, do you need a dance?" And then they're like, "Is this your girl?" And I'm like, "Nah, we're just friends."
Yeah.
I would literally be like, "Go," like, and he didn't, which I was like, I don't know if, and this is what was like really interesting to me, or like what got me like wondering like why. And I was trying not to read too much into it, but it's like the entire time we were on this trip, he was like on Bumble, on Hinge, on. You know, like on Instagram, because he gets like tons of DMs from girls every day, and hot girls.
Instagram?
Oh yeah.
Is he, like...
IG's a great place to find people.
Yeah, it, like, and but so
Is
he was
he,
like,
does he post, like... Is he just, like...
well, he posts all his fitness stuff, and
Oh, okay,
like
that
if you ever
makes
see his
sense.
muscles, like
Yeah,
he's
It's like,
you
if
know,
you, like, show your, like...
he's built like a Greek
muscle,
god.
yeah, so...
But that's what I was saying. So I'm like this entire time, like all these girls are messaging you, and like you're talking to them. Like I'm literally like, you know, in every
Right.
scenario, he had his phone out talking to girls on Bumble, which I was trying to figure out if that bothered me or not, because I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
No
let's
one
unpack
sent him this
this.
episode.
I know.
I said no one sent him this episode.
Yeah, no one.
It's fine.
Keep it
We'll
to
find-
yourselves.
We'll find- He doesn't follow Brogo Therapy.
But the thing is that like I do know that like
I don't think he even follows the podcast. because
And I
of
mean, like,
DMs.
I don't think that I necessarily cared. I guess, like, I did have my moments where I was just like,
Got you a little
I was like, he
jealous.
could have, like, been here on his own without, like, you know, me being here. And, like, I remember I told him at one point, I'm like, I feel like I'm cock blocking. He was like, how do you cock block someone that you're having sex with? And I'm like, well, that's a great point. But, you know, like,
It's
you've
like,
had
my
sex.
cock goes into you.
Yeah, but, like, you've had sex with me for, like, 2 years. Like, why
Yeah.
not take this opportunity to, like, hook up with a bunch of random girls in Vegas that, like, you don't know? Anyways, that part. But then, you know what? I thought about it a little bit later. I'm like, we have a great friendship, whatever. Anyways.
Like, spend time with you.
So, but then I was like, but I just didn't understand why he didn't get a lap dance.
We're
Whatever.
going to
That's his
Hawaii
own
together.
choice. But by the time we left the strip club, I just remember, like, all the doctors stayed behind.
Of course.
So, meaning, like, they were, like, shutting that place down. But by this
Yeah.
point, it was, like, almost 6 o'clock in the morning. So we were at that strip club for, like, over 3 hours.
Holy shit.
And
I'm
we
sleepy
we
thinking
played this
about-
really fun game of, like, you know, a girl would walk by and he's like, would that be a yes or a no for you? And so I'd be like, yes. And he'd be like, yes. And I'd be like, no. And then he'd be like, yes. And, like, we would surprise each other with our answers sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway, because there were some girls that were, like, so cute. And he'd be like, no. And then he'd see another girl and he'd be like, yes. And I'm like, ugh. You know, no offense. She's just not my type.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous in her own way, just not my type.
Right.
You know, so anyways, but yeah, it got to the point where it was like 6 a.m. and like they kept getting lap dances, the doctors and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I was like, it's getting late. I want to sleep. And so he was like, okay, we'll leave. And I was like, you can stay. He was like, no. I want to go to bed too. And I was like, okay. Because our hotel was like right across the street from it.
Yeah.
And we like walked out the door and like the sun was out. And I was like, oh boy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then
I love those Vegas nights.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, I
I haven't
haven't-
had those in so long.
I haven't
That's
done
what I
one of those in
thought,
2
too.
years.
I was like, the last time that happened, Cami and I were leaving the club at 5 a.m. and she got on a flight, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I do not recommend that.
anyway,
That
do
sounds
not
awful.
recommend
I mean,
that.
yeah, that sounds awful.
I had work the next day. It was miserable.
Oof.
so we went home, we showered, started making out in the shower, then we had a ton of sex, and it was phenomenal. And he's huge, so of course it like feels good, but also hurts. Anyways, that's beside the point. Day 2. And this is like the part that was like,
Is this the meat of the story? Because I'm ready for it. Keep going. Sorry.
well, she asked how it was.
No, I know.
I could have just said it was fine, and then we moved on.
No, I haven't heard these stories yet. Keep going.
Well, no, I did tell you this one. So there was this girl that like, so the night before that first night or whatever, she kept like messaging him, and he was like, well, are you open to a threesome? And she was like, okay, send me a picture of this girl. And so like he sent her like a picture of me. I don't know, maybe I wasn't her type, which if not, that's fine. Right. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Anyways, and she was like, no, I just want it to be like you. So I told him, I'm like, okay, if y'all want to go like fuck, that's fine. I guess I'll go to the doctor's, you know, to the strip club and you can go have sex with her. And he was like, no, I want to go with y'all. I don't want to go do that. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So, but then the next day he was like, hey, she invited me to like meet up for drinks. Is that cool? And I'm like, he was like, I'm going to go meet her. He didn't ask me if that was cool or not. He just told me he was going to go. And
How'd
like,
that make you feel?
Exactly. I was like I was a little upset for her. I was like, okay, I know that, you know, he invited her, like whether it is as a friend or whatever, he still invited her to like go to the trip with him. Why not, you know, respect that? And like, yeah, of course he, you know, if they're just friends, he has the liberty to do whatever he wants. But at the same time, like that just leaves her like
By herself.
I went shopping and bought lingerie. I wasn't upset about it. Like, it didn't bother me. I guess like,
if it happened to me, I would have been a little upset.
if he had approached it the way that I had just told you, like, hey, this girl invited me. Is it cool if I go? I'm just going to be gone for like an hour or whatever. I probably would have been a little bit more okay if it had been like posed as a question, or maybe at least felt like he was like taking my opinion into consideration. Because like, it's not like I would have been like, no, you know, of course,
Right.
like, yeah, I don't care, whatever.
Because even if like you're hanging out with a friend and you go on a trip, even if it's just like another girlfriend, and she's like, I'm gonna go like on a date with like this guy right now, and you're like, okay, like I'd be annoyed at my friend.
Exactly. I'd be like, what the fuck?
I'd be like, I came on this trip with you, like, yeah, we're not fucking because it's just my friend, like, you know, like if I went with you and you're like, I'm gonna go on a date with the guy real quick, and be like, we're on a trip together, why are you gonna go?
And see, and that's what I was thinking.
You know?
I was like, and that's what I was thinking of later, is because I was like, when he goes on trips with his guy friends, like, is he constantly on Bumble when he's with them, or like, does he like go on dates or like go meet up with girls while he's with them? Like, is that?
Do you think
like, does it? I guess I was curious if
Okay.
he only did that like with me because he knows I'm like open and like I don't.
That's what I was
care.
gonna say. Do you think he like maybe not does it to like make you jealous, but to show that like he's on your level too?
No, I doubt it. I don't think he wants. I don't
Do you think it's a self-defense mechanism?
I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any motivation to make me jealous, if that makes sense.
You never
Not
know.
even to make you jealous, but to like to be like, oh well, you have this lifestyle that I could have that lifestyle too.
No, if
Like,
anything,
oh, you're
like,
so loose and you're so cool. You're like such a chill girl. You're open. You're all this stuff.
Oh, me?
Then I could do whatever I want. I'm not gonna have like, you know. But it's like, but there's boundaries with that, right? Because it's just
no,
like,
there are.
like, and maybe it's just testing those boundaries, and maybe that was a moment of him testing his boundary of like, you know, because he didn't ask you, which is also kind of fucking rude too. Like I feel like he should ask, you know.
Well, I was
But,
gonna say,
like,
he kind of just said like, hey, I'm gonna go meet up with her. I'll be back in like an hour. It won't be that long. Like, you know, just whatever. And I was like, okay. And so, but I don't know, to answer your question, I really don't know. However, I do remember one time we had a conversation where like he thought I was having like a lot more sex than I was. And that was one of the reasons, I guess, why he didn't like want to have like as much sex with
Because
me.
they're-
Like, I don't know, it was weird. It was interesting.
Like, you guys are close, and he obviously respects and accepts like your lifestyle, but it's also like he probably has these like assumptions of what you're doing with that lifestyle. That maybe
he definitely
isn't.
has assumptions. And
Well,
we had
and
a
that's
conversation about
So
that.
And that's the whole
That's the whole point. Yeah, it's the whole point. Is that like that's why when you were there, that's why he like felt so freely to be like, okay, yeah, but it's like in actuality, it's not even about him going out with another girl. It's just like, you brought me on this trip. Like even if fucking Cami brought me on a trip, and she's like, I'm gonna go hang out with this man, and like not ask if it was cool. I'd be like, Cami, like at least ask me.
Yeah, I would have known that
And
would have
we're
been a
not
bitchy
fucking.
thing
Like,
to do.
she's
No,
my
exactly.
friend.
No,
We're like,
but
we
still,
went together.
But still,
No, I
we went
get that.
together.
Yeah.
We got our, you know, we're staying in the same room. Like we're figuring out our plans together. Like, why not like try to include that person in it?
Yeah.
A, B, like assumptions are a horrible thing. That's like what's so annoying.
We had a conversation about that, him and I,
Yeah,
because I
but-
told him, I'm like, okay, well, let's not make assumptions, because I think at the end of the day, like, you know, that doesn't, you know, necessarily.
Right.
So he went to have a drink with a girl. I went and bought lingerie, and then afterwards he was like, I guess the girl had left, and he was like, hey, do you want to come meet me up here for a drink, whatever. So like I met him up there for a drink. We had espresso martinis. It was super cute. And he was like, hey, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I just wanted to like meet her, blah blah blah. And I was like, that's totally fine. And I appreciated that he thanked me.
That's a good.
And that like made up for it. But like,
But you were sitting there for 2 hours, kind of stewing in the why the fuck didn't you
Right.
ask me? It's like me
I wouldn't
peeing
say
on
I
someone
was-
and be like, hey, thank you for letting me pee on you.
Yeah, like
You know,
okay, it's like
afterwards,
nice that he said thank you, but he still should have asked.
I
I
wasn't.
don't know, but if you don't mind, that's fine. I'm just saying we're projecting.
No, I
like how we would have
like I
handled
said,
it.
like I'm not gonna deny. If he had asked, I think I would have felt like a lot better about it because then I felt like he would have been considering my feelings like in the forefront. However, like I appreciated that he at least like thanked me afterwards. But I agree, like I think that would have been a better way to approach it. However, I understand that like, you know, he's probably never been in that situation before.
I was gonna say, like the situation the guys are in is like it's not
a common thing. So you don't know how to approach it. And I
Yeah.
get that. And like that's honestly like something that happens like in non-monogamy a lot is you find yourself in situations that you normally wouldn't find yourself in.
Yeah.
And so like you don't know if like your initial reaction or the initial way that you handled it is the right way to do it.
That's
I
why
get
you
that.
ask.
We've all been there. Yeah, I've made wrong, decisions.
Yeah, and I'm not perfect, and like I didn't
approached
expect him to
things
be perfect
before.
either. But the
And
funny,
I do love traveling with him. It's great.
yeah, no,
So.
I love traveling with him too.
Yeah.
He's a
And,
great friend.
It was just, I think it was a little like moment of testing the boundaries in the dynamic that you guys have. You know
I
what
know,
mean?
but I also like want to like
Not that he was subconsciously testing it. I just think that it was
maybe
just, it was
I
a
don't
moment,
know.
you know?
I
Or
get
maybe-
that,
yeah.
but moving forward, like if we do continue to like travel or whatever, I probably would be like, hey, like I don't want it to be like the whole time you're just like trying to meet up with other girls and setting up things because then it's like, what's the point?
Of you being there.
And I think that's like why I ended up questioning. I was like, well, why am I here? Or why I had made a comment like to him about like feeling like I was cock blocking him. I'm like, why am I here when like you could easily like go meet up with it? Like I don't have to be here. Like you could go meet up with
Right.
other girls. Like go have your fun. Go have sex with them.
Yeah, bring a
'Cause,
different
like,
chick to the booth.
Yeah, because like this girl, like I guess she was staying with her friends, so she kept trying to like come over to his room, which was the room that him and I were sharing with one
Right.
bed, to like
Like, how
have
do you-
sex with him.
yeah.
And he was like, well, and I'll never forget. So we went to see John Summit the second night. We had a blast. It was so fun.
Yeah.
And when we got back, I was showering and I heard him like on a call or whatever. And this was like 5 a.m. And I heard him on a call. And when I got out of the shower, I was like, was it that girl? And he was like, yeah, she was asking like what you were doing because she wanted to come over. And like,
See, that's why, because it's evolved like, and you're there and it's,
the one thing about this girl that I was like, to me it wasn't a cute look because she was like, oh well, what if she just falls asleep and we like mess around or whatever. I'm like I don't think she realizes like we're in the same bed. It's like a queen sized bed.
But that's why.
How the fuck are y'all gonna have sex
This is not
without
a
me?
porno
Yeah,
where the person's sleeping right next to you.
I'm
no.
like, does she not
Yeah.
realize? Anyways, and then after that, she like, and he was like, no, like it was 5 a.m. Whatever. She's still awake, whatever. Anyways, but then I think she called him like another 4 times, trying to meet up and have sex with him. And look, is a fucking beauty. Like probably one of the most beautiful humans I've ever laid eyes on, with like the most amazing body, the perfect cock. Like the man is just like
You've said
blessed.
it. Yeah, we got it.
Blessed beyond measure. I look at him and I'm like, this is like exactly like what I would want, like aesthetically in a person. However,
aesthetically.
he's got a great personality. However, it is not worth calling 5 times at 5 o'clock in the morning to see if he wants to have
Look,
sex.
she's on vacation. She's drunk.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. She's rolling and shit.
She's out of her normal life. The time is now.
I get
and
it.
if he's aesthetically pleasing,
But
she's
at
gonna
the
do
same
what
time, bitch, no
Try
man,
hard. Yeah.
no
Yeah,
man
yeah,
is
yeah.
worth that much effort, in my
I know,
opinion.
but
Like
when people are drunk, people are drunk.
Yeah.
I remember
You do stupid shit.
I know we do stupid
because
shit.
honestly, I would have been her.
Really?
Yeah, 1000%. If I was drunk as fuck and like was like probably extremely horny, and then like met a guy that I felt like I had a connection with, and like could see myself fucking, 1000%.
Look, yeah.
24-year-old Steph was gonna keep calling this. 32-year-old Steph is a little different, but 24.
for me, I
yeah.
feel like after 2 attempts, I'm like, I don't want to come off as desperate. A and B,
I was
feel
desperate.
I don't want to like seem like I'm. Well, I guess maybe desperate's the right word, but I also like that like it's such like an
I'm saying
emergency.
it's a young thing.
I know, but,
like,
but also
I don't know how old
if
she
it's
was.
a young thing. Okay, I have this one story about a lot of calls. So one night, Niki and I were out with our friend, and we were out getting drinks. And this one guy that I've actually known him for 2 years. But he was calling.
I'm so hungry. You guys continue. I'm gonna order food.
You're fine.
Can you order a large fry?
Yeah,
Amy and I to share.
He was calling me a bunch of times because he wanted me to come over. He was at the club with his friends getting drunk, and he wanted me to come over and fuck. And I was like, I can't tonight, but I'll go over tomorrow. So the next day I go over, and I'm like, I'm there with, and his two friends are there on the couch, and we're all just talking and chilling, and I'm reading their charts. No, I'm not gonna say his name. Anyways, and then the guy was like.
Oh no.
One of the friends was like, yeah, turns to the guy and he's like, yeah, you were pretty drunk. And he was like, no, I wasn't. And then I turned to him and I was like, yeah, you were. And then I showed him how many times he called me.
Wait, how many times? Wow, that's more than 5. Shit.
Holy shit, you were drunk. You called me like 14 times.
That's what I think of is like if I was on the receiving end
It
of
was
like
so fucking
if someone's drunk and they're calling me like more than 3 times in one night, that to me like gives me
No,
the ick.
I get it. 1000%.
It would give me the ick. That's
but
why I don't want to give someone else the ick. So I'm like, if after 2 attempts it's not working, it's a
complete turn off. I'm just saying, like, I empathize because, like, when you're on vacation and you, like, it's almost like I know I understand her. I don't agree, and I understand that it looks wrong, but I'm also like, I get it.
And like, one time, like, I accidentally called my husband like 100 times because I was so mad at him and I wanted him to pick up. He was at a strip club. I knew it, and I was like upset that he lied to me about it. And so, like, I get it. We've been there, but that was my husband.
Were you guys non-monogamous then?
No, that was when we were monogamous.
Okay.
Yeah. I was
boring.
I was still in denial, you know. No, but anyways, so and then
Chick-fil-A.
So and then, you know, instead of, you know, the two of them having sex, then and I had sex, and it was great, and then we went home the next day and it was fine. So that was the trip.
Right.
That was the trip.
Okay, then that's a great fucking trip.
I had a phenomenal time, to be honest. I had a great time. I love traveling with him.
You hit some things, but
some new situations, yeah.
But nothing bad. It was just,
Yeah.
it was just
and
kind of
I give him the benefit of the doubt.
yeah.
And like I
no,
said,
it's
like,
just-
I love traveling with him. I know Cami enjoys it when we go to, like, raves and stuff with him. Like, nothing, like, and I'm not saying that he handled anything necessarily.
He's like family to me.
Yeah,
you know?
he feels like family.
Nothing about this trip makes him a bad person. I just think it was just definitely just, again, like
a learning opportunity.
A learning opportunity and a situation is just so
that he'd never been in. So it's like, how do you handle that?
It's so catered. Like, there's just so many, like, it's like when you order a sandwich and there's like no pickles or add pickles or, you know, sorry, I'm on Uber Eats.
Oh my God, are you getting Chick-fil-A fries? Oh,
so,
okay.
but anyways, so it's just like you're just customizing this fucking sandwich that is your relationship. So it's like, do we like pickles?
Did you want spicy deluxe?
Yeah. I'm fucking hungry, bitch. I have not had a meal all day.
With Colby Jack, American or no cheese?
Let's do Jack.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah. But
I know I like
Wait,
it.
Colby or pepper? Colby or pepper?
Oh, Colby or pepper jack?
Ooh,
That's
pepper.
a tough one.
yeah.
Yeah, I like pepper jack.
Okay, I'll
yeah,
let you
no,
get
we had a
back
great
to it.
time. We had a great time.
So it's just figuring out, like, you know, all that stuff. But
And and you know, and I's relationship is so like hard to classify. But I did see a tweet the other day that I saw.
friends with benefits.
Well, no, I saw that and I'm like, this makes perfect sense because like it
You're
said
also
like
getting a meal too?
No, that was yours.
What's that?
Oh, you're getting
right,
two.
never mind. But
No.
you also want fries.
Yes. Wait, let me see. What are you ordering?
I don't know what's happening. Sorry. Pause, guys. Let me order this. I'm so hungry.
No, I get it.
But I also, like, want to give
Niki
all
and
my
I had
attention.
dinner at fucking 4 o'clock or
Oh,
3 o'clock
shit.
so we could make this happen.
Oh, my God. Okay. And then... And you guys want fries. Large.
keep this part in. If you're listening, just know. I don't want to say I love
We
you because then
love
he's gonna
you.
freak out. But
I can say I love you. I love you.
okay, I love you with a U. You know, like LUV. love, so that it doesn't sound so like fucking official.
Wait, you don't say I love you to each other?
No, we're just friends.
I say
We're
I
not
love you.
So, I have a question.
I say
Let's
I
hear
love
it.
you with the TikTok I have been talking to for however many months.
Pete? Yeah. Oh my God, you've got to be kidding
Wait,
me.
what?
We said it casually once. It was that.
I love that.
Okay.
I do remember one time though when he was in Vegas like a year ago, and I had he wanted to get into like a pool club or whatever, so I had one of my contacts get him on the guest list, and he sent me the text said LUV and then a U, and I was like, I think that is like in his own way.
Oh yeah. Like,
You know?
I love you, but I'm not in love with you.
No, but also just like, a non-committal way to say like, I appreciate you as a human, but like, I don't, yeah.
Like, we love each other.
Yeah.
We care for each other. It's
Exactly,
beyond-
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
So-
I love him as a person. I absolutely do. But it's like,
I like that we raise hands now.
Oh, go for it. What were you going to say?
So, how does Jordan feel about this trip? Like, how do you handle? Because you had this, obviously.
Well, yeah, I told Jordan, I was like, hey, he was like, why are you going? Or he was like, who are you going to Vegas with? And I was like, invited me, he's there for work or whatever. He was like, oh, okay, well, I hope you guys have fun.
Okay.
And, he like checked in with me a couple times and I responded. And like, I try to be cognizant that like I was spending time with him, so like I don't want to be on my phone the whole time, talking to Jordan.
Yeah.
So
Brian.
so I tried not to text Jordan too much, and I did tell him like, and I told him this a while ago. I'm like, when I am with my partners, like I try to respect the time, even if it, Calvin and I are just friends with benefits. Like even if it is just friends with
But you
benefits.
still consider it a partner at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so I was like, I try to be respectful of that and like not be talking to like my other people too often.
who else
so.
do you have? So you have Jordan. You have who else?
There's a girl that I've been kind of seeing that I really
Aw.
like.
How is she doing?
She's great. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love her. And
We're going to
then-
go to rave with them this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to
How'd
rave
you
with
meet her?
them. At an orgy. Yeah.
So on brand.
Yeah.
I would have not expected any other answer.
I have any. I'm surprised you asked.
Like at an orgy.
And then there was a guy that I was seeing for all of last year. We like decided to be friends, but now he's all like,
Oh, that one. What's the name of that one? Oh, right. And that's how I got.
and that guy
okay,
I
so
love too, but I feel bad because now
I
he's
get
like,
it.
I want a relationship, and I'm like, I'm
And
just not ready for
he's
a
not- okay.
relationship, and I'm like, and he was like, he's like, I'm in love with you, I want a relationship, da da da, and I'm like,
Aw.
I can't reciprocate that right now, but at one point I would have loved if he said those
Yeah.
things to me, which I thought was kind of funny. I'm like,
Would you ever go back to
timing.
monogamy?
no,
So quick.
flat no.
Okay, so then there's 3, and there
Yeah.
was the 1, but then you're like, eh.
Oh yeah. So I
So
don't know.
that's it?
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Aw. How about you, Cams? Come on.
I don't know how to answer that.
Oh,
Okay, so my on and off partner.
Did we order Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Okay, dope.
Your fries.
Thank
my
you.
on and off partner and I
Let me know
broke,
how much spent money.
broke
That's fine.
things off.
I got you.
We're
French fries. Sorry, Cammy.
you're right over here like
She's having a moment too. She's
and y'all are fucking ordering fries, you bitches.
Okay,
Okay,
go ahead.
anyways. Let me stretch my neck out real quick. Oh fuck. Okay, so anyways,
So Mike.
no. I broke up with him. We ended things.
Okay.
Which I'm still emotional about, but that's okay.
He's kind of
'cause-
like your Mr. Big.
my what?
Oh, from Sex and the City.
Uh,
Mr. Big, the guy that she always like dates on and off, like a
But they're
ton.
like never ready, and
But
it's just
yeah.
always something.
There's the time he's like never
no,
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why this
Yeah.
time I was like, look, when I say let's end things right now, like I mean it because I need some time to myself. I'm not getting on the dating apps. I told myself that I wouldn't like pursue dating right now. However, I do have some partners that
Are
I
you
really
as
enjoy.
non-monogamous as Niki?
I'm exploring it.
Okay.
So I have
I'm just trying to figure out what flavor
Yeah.
works
exactly.
for
I'm
her.
just trying to figure out what was working out for me. But I have a partner from that I'm seeing more regularly. And then I have 2 other partners that have the same name actually. That I do see as well.
Wait, who's
But
the
they're like more
one-
casual. Like
So
sleep-
there's the one that was at the live show. So him. And then there's
back with the glasses?
yes. And then there's another one who he's a performer for Kinky Rabbit.
Okay.
So he and I are
Kinky.
it's so cute because
Yeah.
we're friends and like we talk to each other about like our love lives and like our lives in general, but like and we have like great chemistry and great sex and like we make great lovers. But I think like I don't think it could ever be like a full blown relationship.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because I was at a sex party with him not that long ago, and this one girl and he and I are like hugging and like cuddling all over each other, and this one girl was like, "Oh my god, are you guys dating?" And I was like, and he was like, He was like, "Oh, I wish." And I was just like,
Wait, that reminds me of something. Continue.
anyways, but he and I are at a good place right now.
I'm gonna put a finger up so I can
He's
remember
a
that I
very
have
good
something.
support system for me, and he knows that I'm going through a lot. My emotional state and trying to figure out what I'm doing. You know, and I'm a support system for him, so he's great. So yeah, I have those 3, and then I have two other casual partners. I wouldn't call them partners, but they're just like, one of them I've known for quite some time, and he probably about a year and a half. But he and I haven't seen each other in like a year, but we recently just connected over brunch, and you know, I'm excited to explore that friendship again. And then the other one that called me 1,000 times when he was drunk, he and I, it's like a fuck. And then
bye.
2 months, fuck again. You know, it's
Right.
like, oh, see you in 2 months.
Right.
So that's
Where's the meat? No, I'm kidding.
Wait. You guys mentioned something
there's a
before a couple you guys are dating.
Oh yeah. So the girl that I'm seeing, her
Oh.
husband is one of Cami's dudes.
Wow.
the one that I'm seeing more regularly.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The husband is
So
yeah.
are they not? So are you like dating or just fucking?
He and I are sort of dating, yeah.
Okay.
But
so they're
but
like obviously non.
They're
like
poly. Yeah,
they're poly, yeah. So I would
Yeah.
be more like a meta in that case.
Yeah.
Wow.
A meta.
We're each other's metas. Weird.
Whoa. Well, how did you guys meet them?
So she met them at an orgy. We actually had met them a few
right, at
times.
an
We met them
orgy.
at a rave. We met them at a
Oh
friend's.
yeah, we met them a few times, but this was like the first time that like her and I like exchanged contact info and like got to know
Yeah.
each
You
other.
guys
Yeah.
like started dating each other. Like you're actually like dating like romantically, or is it more just like a physical like?
I think
thing?
we're exploring that, but it's yeah, I really like.
How's that dynamic? Like, what have you guys done to spend time together?
So we saw each other at the orgy and we hooked up, and that's where we realized we had like great chemistry. And then we went on a date and had dinner. And then after that, one night I invited her to come to the spa with Camille and I, and we got drinks before that. And then there was another time. What was that?
I mean, we saw them this past week.
And then we saw them this past
Okay.
weekend, and then we're going to see them this weekend. Yeah.
Oh, so then you just like, go.
Oh, no, continue. I just forgot that I still had my finger up for that one thing that I was going to
Yeah,
say.
just go to your one thing.
Go. So the girl that kept messaging him,
Yeah.
and she knew that like I was staying with him, or whatever, and she was like, "Are you sure this isn't your girlfriend?" And he was. This is the one question that I was actually going to ask you guys your thoughts on this.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's
so
hear it.
yeah,
This was the meat I was waiting for. The
So-
juicy.
Yeah, this is the.
anyways, so
you
she
need
kept
our perspective. Sorry, go.
she kept messaging. No, you're good. She kept messaging,
Wait, are you
and
sure
she
we
was
should-
like,
Rah!
Sorry.
We're pissing the audience off. Okay,
Let
go to your
you
question.
talk. Let
Sorry.
you talk.
I was just trying to get the build. up.
Everyone that's listening is like,
So bad.
everyone's like,
Let her speak.
we're
Okay,
like,
go.
we're like,
leave Brittany
Alone.
like
Okay, go.
Okay.
we're edging the audience at this point. Sorry, guys. Anyways, and she was like, "Are you sure this girl isn't your girlfriend?" And he was like, "No, I wouldn't leave my girlfriend in a hotel room to go meet up with you." And that's when I was like, ugh.
Weirdly said, but I get it.
And right,
I get it, but
there
weirdly-
are layers to it. There are layers to it because
Right,
on
it's
one
just-
hand, obviously, like he's a man that dates monogamously, so if he has a girlfriend, like he's not going to leave her to go meet up
And
with a
he's
girl
letting
in
you
a
know, like, I'm
hotel
not
room.
that type of dude, but
He's not that
also,
type of
like-
dude. But also, does that mean
But
that
I'm
like?
gonna disrespect someone who's not my girl.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was like, is that like? I don't think he meant it that way because like I don't think he would disrespect me. However, when he said that, I was like, wait a second, am I not worthy of like? Being given the, like the
respect.
respect of like
You need to have
hey,
a conversation.
little
I think
fucked
there's a
up.
boundary
I'm
there
not-
that
I'm
needs to
not-
be set. That's still a little blurry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a little gray in that area, and that's fine. It's just because obviously
But
this
that's
is a
what I was
very
trying to figure out. I was like-
customizable relationship. But like you should be like, look, like I know I'm not your girlfriend, but in this situation, you asked me to go on this trip with you. I want to spend time with you.
Yeah.
Like that matters, and it's like yes, like you went on just say like how you felt.
I'm just not a fan of the wording.
The wording.
I know, but that's
Because I get that he probably didn't mean it that way.
and I don't think he did. And I think that
it definitely comes off.
it came across like I remember when he said it, I kind of stopped in my tracks and I was like, ouch, like that kind of hurt a little bit because I'm like, okay, so I guess I'm like a step below, you know.
Yeah.
But then that's what like got me thinking about the whole thing. I'm like, well, then why am I here? I'm like, does he think that way of his friends? Like, you know, would he leave his friend in a hotel room alone to go meet up with a girl? Like, and it set my mind into a spiral, and I didn't like to have that reaction. But like, yeah, this is new territory. Like, you travel with your friends with benefits. Like, you're, you know, open, you're non-monogamous. Like, it doesn't necessarily bother me. But like, I agree. I think you're right. I think we need to have some boundaries around that.
Yeah, that just is a very blurry gray because it's like you said earlier.
But I also don't want to restrict
I'm not
him.
gonna really talk to Jordan because I'm with right now. Yes, we're open, we're loosey good, like we're fine. It's nothing, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, but when you're together, the time that you spend together matters.
Right.
And so,
And I mean, like, it's like when you go to dinner with a friend and the whole time you're on your phone.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you're just
it's
like
the same thing.
And I do try to be really present when I spend time with him because like I don't think he sees it this way, but it's like at any given moment he could meet someone and then like, you know, I probably don't see him again. You know, just because like what monogamous girl is gonna let her dude go, you know, spend time with a girl that he's had sex with for 2 years? Not gonna happen. So it's like, so I always try to be really present with him because like I appreciate him in my life and I appreciate his presence and he means a lot to me. And so it's like, but yeah, I don't know that he like ever thinks that like, I just don't know if like his mind goes that far. And if it doesn't, that's fine. Like it doesn't need to, but at the same time, like
You just need to communicate that.
Yeah, but we have like other trips coming up. Like like, you know, and so it's like I was thinking about that and I was like, you know, should I bring this up? Should I say something to him? Like, hey, you know, if we're gonna go on this trip, like I'd love to, you know, I'm glad, you know, that we're going together. Like I love it. I think we're gonna have a great time. You know, he's never been to this place, but it's like, but at the same time, like I don't want to just, you know, kind of go through that same thing again. I don't know, but I don't want to restrict him either. So it's like, I don't know.
It doesn't have to be like this most serious conversation ever. Just be like, hey, this is kind of like, obviously there's nuance to like this dynamic that we have, and just exactly what you said. Like when I'm with you, like I'm present. Like this is how I approach my relationship with you. Like I would hope to get that like in return, you know, like if you, or even just say like if you're ever just confused like about something, like you know, at least ask. Like if you at least asked, that would have been completely different, you know? So if he's ever uncertain if like another opportunity like this happens again, that he just at least ask, I think. Because it's like, that leaves the conversation for you guys to actually talk about it and see if like, oh, would you be okay with that scenario or not?
Yeah. I will say this though, when you first mentioned like, you know, talking about it and like setting a boundary around it perhaps, my immediate thought was, well, what if like setting a boundary like turns him off and he just like doesn't make him want to spend time with me? And then I was like, then why would I be spending time with someone that like is turned off by a boundary? Exactly. So
with every single person you have to have boundaries.
Exactly. So I would hope that he would like be willing to like respect it. Like
I think he would.
Yeah, I think he would too. Like he's a good person.
It.
Yeah. He's a good dude. I just like, you know, we had never been in that situation before. I mean, we've traveled before, but like, he had never like.
He clearly loves spending time with you. He clearly really cares about you. He clearly wants to continue the relationship. It's just like, it's just something that came up that is now just like you need clarification on that certain kind of boundary, and it just needs to be discussed. And it's just, I don't think it's going to be anything like that. I just think it's just,
hopefully,
you just need to say something. And if it turns out where he's like, I'm not cool with that, then be like, then bye, because I don't want to continue to feel this way because it's only going to build up and be worse.
Yeah. I would say this is for sure like the first like friends with benefits where like we do so many things together that like because normally like with my friends with benefits
it's gonna get confusing eventually.
Oh yeah. And you know, and I say all the time like with people like, you know, with your friends with benefits, like keep them at an arm's length so that like, you know, it stays like easy and casual. And for the most part, like, you know, I think he and I do that. Like we don't talk very often. Like really the only time we ever really talk is to like make plans to like hang out.
But also like you're a lot different than like most girls.
No, I know. Like
so it's
I'm
like, so it's
like
That's why it's confusing. But that's why it's confusing for someone like because he's just like, where's the line? Where do I draw the line?
Yeah,
you know?
so maybe I do
So
need
it's
to draw
just-
the line so that he understands. Yeah, no, I get
my
it.
allergies.
And I remember like when we were
Do you
leaving.
want Claritin?
No, it's fine.
I know we're all super nasally, and I'm like, is it a
Yeah.
tear?
Well,
that's
also,
rising?
but like this, I was tearing up because of the,
It's
and I just don't
springtime
want.
coming,
I don't
yeah.
want.
That's true.
I don't want YouTube thinking that I'm crying It's
Over
just
this.
Yeah, exactly. I'm over here like,
Really
oh,
Flamingo.
yeah. It's just my allergies are
Yeah.
bothering one eye. Anyways,
I agree. Yeah, and you're right. Maybe I need to
It's
kind of
just
lay
a
it out a little bit
conversation.
for him.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's like anything that's like a huge deal. I just
No, I don't
it's
think it
just-
is either, and I don't want to make it a big deal. But yeah, I was
Yeah.
like thinking about these things after the trip, and then I was like, I'm glad I got to discuss it with y'all to like see what y'all think.
Well,
But-
thank you for sharing. I love story time.
Yeah, it was fun.
I love when people just tell me their life. And
I was-
I project on you.
I will say, so whenever I went to meet him up at the bar, he was saying that like, cause the bartender saw him like with the first girl,
Yeah.
and then we like walked by when we were on our way to our table, and she like looked, and then she like he told me that she like did a double take.
Like what?
And, like, is that a different girl?
bag.
I know, so I'm sure
You're like,
homegirl
no, they
probably
know.
been over here like, trying to tell me like not to like go for this
Yeah.
dude. And I remember like on the way out, I'm like, yeah, how many girls would let you like or would be cool with this? And he was like, yeah, not many. And so it's like, I think he at least like recognizes that.
Yeah.
But,
So it's just have a conversation.
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like I want him to be happy. Like I don't want to stand in the way of that, of him and his happiness. But at the same time, it's
You
like
could do it
I can't.
off the clock.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't want to drain myself either. So it's like.
You have something to say.
I do not actually. I was just listening.
Okay.
Anyways, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love you. That was a good story time. I liked it. I was really tuned in.
I'm so glad that Cami finally got the meat she was asking for.
Yes. And I also feel like I'm glad we even broke down like your story. I'm sure maybe like your guys' like show, everyone knows like the breakdown of each partner, but here we
No,
haven't
I mean,
done
actually, I
that.
haven't even told my show what the fuck I'm
Really?
doing. They're probably all like, "What is she doing?"
Yeah, 'cause I feel
I
like-
talk about
I
all about
always
my
say
dudes,
like,
but she
"Oh,
doesn't.
my partner," and then it's like, and
Which
you
part?
know,
Yeah.
well, on and off guy and I are so on and off all the time that had
Cami
been.
never-
Can we next episode?
Well, let me just say, Cami never talked about anyone else because the other dude used to listen, and so then he would ask her like, "Well, who's this guy?" So she just stopped talking about anyone altogether.
You can't do that with this podcast.
I
And
know,
I
but
told
like,
her-
but the lines got so blurry with him because
They did, yeah, I agree.
we'd break up, and then I'd start like seeing an old partner again or something like that, and then he and I'd go back on, and then like so then it's like then I would tell a story, and he'd be like, "Well, what the fuck?" I totally understandable.
Trust me, because the
I just-
moment you start spilling the tea, I'm telling you, relatability.
I really I
Because
need
like
to,
what you're going through with Mr. Big is like probably one of the most relatable.
Yeah, we all have that one person that
Like,
yeah.
oh my God,
is that for me?
Is it? But you're not.
I don't know.
But we've never been like on. But wait, no,
But
no,
lo-
'cause
it's
we've never
because
been like
it's
on
love.
and off.
She,
Like,
this is a very push and
this is
pull.
like a confusion with love. This is like
I agree.
feelings.
Yeah.
a lot
like,
of feelings
A
involved.
lot
and
of
that's it.
feelings.
I feel like with if I like then he would just.
Like I don't know if you have a Mr. Big unless maybe like your ex-husband. But
No,
no, you guys
no,
are
definitely
That's
not
a really
him,
hard
definitely
thing
not him.
because there's a lot of love there, and I would love for it to work out between him and I, but I also recognize that like it's not working right now. And like I need that space.
Let's save it for the next episode.
Okay, that's
Oh, how
fine.
many? What are we at for this one?
We're over an hour now, so we could
Oh, so
wrap
we're
it
good.
up.
All right, hey, okay.
Wrap it up. All right. Well, any last words?
Thanks,
Next-
guys, for listening to me try to figure out what the fuck is going on with my friends with benefits.
Also,
Okay.
they listen to us order some fries. They listen to
Yeah, we're gonna eat and listen to you talk about your. So this is gonna be a meal. All right. Stay tuned for the next one.
Oh my god, I'm gonna spill all the tea. Yeah.
Yes,
And
okay,
I can
let's
talk
do it.
about all my other partners. I haven't talked about them.
Yeah,
much.
you haven't. And you know what? This is a space to do it because this is therapy.
It is. It's broke girl therapy.
Broco therapy.
Oh my god, you
And
should
you
open
can
a
find
therapy
everything
practice.
at brokegirltherapy.com.
Should we just like switch plugs? Should I plug for you guys right now?
No, go ahead. Oh,
Okay,
wait, no.
double team
but-
fam. What?
Oh, wait, I was going to. Oh, keep going.
Well,
What did you finish her plug?
No, you can.
double teamed pod on podcast on everything Instagram, TikTok,
Not Twitter, though.
not Twitter, but go to doubleteampod.com. All that shit is there. Doubleteampodcast.com. All that shit.
Okay.
You know what? We're just gonna do our own
Or
plugs.
Cami and Niki, because that's the one that Niki does.
I
fucking
post
this
pictures
up.
of Cami asleep randomly.
Oh my god, I got the best one of her.
Oh, show
asleep.
me.
Yeah, I
No,
can't
she's
wait.
saving it for our birthday post. Every year, Cami and I troll each other by posting pictures of the other
that's
sleeping.
cute.
Isn't it adorable? Anyways, yeah, guys, you can find everything at doubleteampodcast.com. All relevant links are there. And you can find everything for Broke Girl Therapy at brokegirltherapy.com. And, you know, tune in later, wear condoms, and we love you.
Follow me, Stefanie Maegan. Go to brokegirltherapy.com. All that shit is there. Love you
forgot that.
guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Broke girl therapy.